All right, Tom, I want to ask you about your last fight, man, UFC 229. How bitter are you at that entire experience? Because I feel like that was set up to be like your breakout moment.
Yep.
And nobody was talking about anything else other than that fight after the fight. So how do you recall that whole experience?
So, the whole experience as a whole was awesome. Vegas 229, huge media everywhere. It was a good experience. The fight went amazing. I destroyed OSP. And then we had some extracurriculars in the main event, and it took away from my shine a little bit, and it was a little frustrating because, it's kind of childish and very immature. We're professionals, and you're acting like a kid, throwing a tantrum. You won. Who wins and is a sore winner? I've never heard that before. So, that was a little bit frustrating for me because my performance was a bit overshadowed by that whole fiasco, and this time I don't think that's going to happen. We got constant professionals on this card, and we got some scrappers, and my performance is not going to be overshadowed.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Did it feel like a step back at all, or a setback for you in some way? Did it frustrate you immediately after, thinking like, now I've got to go win another fight, or I just completely lost the value of what I did?
No, a win, you never lose the value of a win. Especially a win like that. And you go back and look at the film, you look at how it went down, and that value is forever. But immediately after, and I guess the media's minds and everybody's minds, it was kind of lost, but we're back now.
Yeah, great attitude. About 5 months since then. Was that about the right time for you? Had you hoped to get back quicker? Were you enjoying the holidays? How did the schedule play out?
A little bit of both. Initially, I wanted to get back a little sooner, but then I realized enjoy my birthday and the holidays and all that stuff. So, yeah.
You get a matchup here, Volkan Oezdemir. Give me your thoughts on that matchup, because the name recognition, right, is there. He came in, but he's also coming off the losses. So I feel like there's a kind of a balance, whether it's a great fight for you or an okay fight for you. So when they came to you with this name, what did you think?
So initially, I didn't even think Volkan was on the radar for a possible opponent, and they offered me him, and I was like, oh heck yeah, like perfect. He fits right into my style. It's classic brawler versus kind of boxer matchup, where I'm mobile and I'm in and out and I'm stick and move, and he wants to plant his feet and just throw bombs, and it fits perfectly in the way I fight. I'm gonna make him miss and I'm gonna make him pay.
In some ways, it feels like you're almost trying to take his spot. He was the guy that came out of nowhere, right, and became on the quick rise. Now you're that guy. Do you feel like you're kind of stealing his spot a little bit here?
It's my spot, man. It's always been my spot. It's never been his spot. Everybody has their time, and this is my time. He had his time. He had his opportunities. He got all the way up to the title fight. Didn't work out for him. So now it's my time to rise, and that's exactly what's going to happen.
Talk about your prep for this fight at Elevation Fight Team. What was the thinking there, and what was the process like getting ready for this one?
So it was just time to take the next step for me. I was running out of bodies and consistency with partners. Guys weren't showing up all the time, and I'd have to work out with a 55er today, or nobody, or just the coach. It started becoming where I was the only guy committed to it at the time, and that's unacceptable. I need guys to be there, teammates that are just as committed to it as I am, and now I got that at Team Elevation. I got Curtis and Neil, and the list goes on and on of guys that are there every day, busting their butt. We're all making each other better. It's a team effort over there to get better, and then plus the elevation, man. You can't beat that. We're training at 5,000 feet every day. I was sleeping at 8,500 feet every day, and it was great. I got here, and it feels like I have an extra pair of lungs. So, last fight, if you watch the film, I kind of slowed down a bit. Granted, I did throw over 100 strikes in the first round, landed in the first round. So, a little bit of both, but I just want to eliminate that altogether. Cardio is never going to be an issue for me again, so.
You feel like this is the team moving forward, or do you kind of got to see how this goes and play it by ear, or what's the idea?
Moving forward, this is the team. Like, for now, I'd like to see how this goes. So I was very happy with camp. Camp went great, and we'll see what happens. you never know what's going to happen in your future, and right now this is my future. So
no doubt. Big moment for you. I mean, what is the feeling? Because I feel like, you've had this rise and you've been clear about where you want to go, but now the name's being mentioned, right? I mean, you had Maheta slip in. People are talking about Johnny Walker as well, but you, Corey Anderson, these names are being up there as right at the top of the division. I mean, does this feel like a moment where you announce yourself as not just a prospect, but a real contender?
Yeah, I'm no longer a prospect. That's out of the question. I'm a contender now. I've worked too hard. I have 4 finishes in the UFC. I'm about to have 5. What cases can go against me? And Cannonier was top 15. OSP was top 5 at the time when I signed the contract. Now Volkan's top 5. I mean, what else do I got to do? And all those guys were former title challengers. Do they want me to fight Smith? Like, who else? Like, I get it, but it's my turn.
You let yourself think about the matchup with John Jones? Do you let yourself dream about that a little bit?
Not at the moment. Right now, I mean, the whole camp's all been about Volkan. All my focus has been on Volkan. But I mean, my whole coming up from the beginning has been John. When I was throwing punches early on, it'd be like, well, that works against Jim from whoever, but that's not gonna work against John. So it's always been to perfect everything, so that when I fight John, I'm ready.
All right, so this will be a big step towards that for sure. As you said, those top names. How do you see this one going down? I mean, you feel like you got to go out there and do something special to elevate your name, or is this just to, pick up another win? What's the plan?
At this point, I just got to win. 5 in a row is 5 in a row. Period. That's, you beat Volkan. That's another guy put you in the top 5. And who's ahead of me? Maheta, Smith. I don't know.
You don't see it.
Yeah, I'm ready to get down, man. Either way, I'm coming out, and I want to put on a show. I'm a performer. I love performing. I love hitting. I love being hit. As weird as that sounds, but I like it, man. I live for this shit. So.